Hello everyone, welcome back to InfoSec Daily. Hope you're all doing well. Today we have a very interesting topic for you. It's about ransomware. Since ransomware attacks have been on the rise, we believe it's our responsibility to make our audience aware of its consequences. However, this video is a brief introduction. We'll look at ransomware more in depth in our next video. What is ransomware? Ransomware is a form of malware that encrypts a victim's file. The attacker then demands a ransom from the victim to restore access to the data upon payment. The cost can range up to a few $100s to thousands, payable to cybercriminals in Bitcoin. So let's talk about how ransomware works. There are a number of vectors ransomware can take to access a computer. One of the most common delivery system is phishing spam emails. In this, attachments that come to the victim in an email masquerading as a file they should trust. Once they're downloaded and opened, they can take over the victim's computer, especially if they have built-in social engineering tools that trick users into allowing administrative access. There are several things the malware might do once it's taken over the victim's computer, but by far the most common action to encrypt some or all the user files. If you want the technical details, the InfoSec Institute has a great in-depth look at how several flavors of ransomware encrypts files. But the most important thing to know is that at the end of the process, the files cannot be decrypted without a mathematical key known only by the attacker. The user is presented with a message explaining that their files are now inaccessible and will only be decrypted if the victim sends an untraceable Bitcoin payment to the attacker. So let's talk about who is the main target for ransomware. There are several different ways attackers choose the organization they target with ransomware. Sometimes it's a matter of opportunity. For instance, attacker might target universities because they tend to have smaller security teams and desperate user base that does a lot of file sharing, making it easier to penetrate their defenses. On the other hand, some organizations are tempting targets because they seem likely to pay ransom quickly. For instance, government agencies or medical facilities often need immediate access to their files. Law firms and other organizations with sensitive data may be willing to pay to keep news of a compromise quiet, and the organizations may be uniquely sensitive to leakware. But don't feel like you're safe. If you don't fit these categories, as we noted, some ransomware spreads automatically and indiscriminately across the internet. So let's talk about how to prevent ransomware. There are a number of defensive steps you can take to prevent ransomware infection. These steps are, of course, good security practices in general, so following them improves your defenses from all sorts of attacks. Keep your operating system patched and up to date, and ensure that you have fewer vulnerabilities to exploit. Don't install software or give it administrative privileges unless you know exactly what it is and what it does. Install antivirus software which detects malicious programs like ransomware as they arrive, and whitelisting software which prevents unauthorized application from executing in the first place. And of course, back up your files frequently and automatically. That won't stop malware attacks, but it can significantly reduce the damage it can cause. So this was a brief introduction on ransomware, and in our next video we will show you exactly what ransomware looks like and how it works. If you liked our video, do like and subscribe, and feel free to reach out to us in the comment section below, or you can post your questions on our subreddit. The link will be in the description. Thank you.